Hello, everyone. Ooh, there's turkey tracks. Maybe we'll see some. So, here is the first full visit to Eibs Pond of the new year. And we've had some snow, and it's been very cold. So, wonder what the place will look like today. I mean, it's getting kind of crazy. It's not gonna be, we're not gonna go above the freezing for the next few days. And there's talks of a snowstorm. You alright? Oh, he's walking funny. But there's talks of a snowstorm this coming weekend. So, we already have snow. And it's been cold. So, there's a high chance we're going to get more snow. It's going to stick around for a while. Looks very pretty today. Almost like an Andrew Wyeth painting. Well, that definitely means the ice is thick enough. I just saw a hole in it. And there's more holes in there, so yeah, don't walk on the ice. I mean, I know it's only at most, maybe at most at its deepest 4 feet deep. But do I really want to have to try to trudge out of freezing cold water in a very muddy pond? Yeah, let's not potentially give ourselves hypothermia. Do do do. Come on. Recently, I was trying to fall asleep, and one of those things where it's like you're right about to fall asleep and you get those weird thoughts in your head. I had this weird thought about, in the future, there will be mandatory therapy bots that just randomly walk around, and that basically what the mandatory therapy bot does is that they just walk around observing people. And when they think you need therapy, they pull you over and you have to have like a 30-minute therapy session with the robot. So yeah, mandatory therapy bots. Like, they're not just going to come up to you if they see you in the street. They have to like observe and report. Pretty weird future if that ever came to be. Oh, look at this. We're the first ones to walk this way. Ooh. A little kitty must have come through here. Whoa! That was slippery. Squirrel. Oh, he saw that. Squirrel! Earl, I know you want to go that way, but that's a one and done. And that one's blocked. There is something I do want to do, but first I should offload a bunch of the photos and footage off of my phone. I got a backlog of it. But so I would say back in the early summer, I did a video. There was a nice guy at College of Staten Island that let me do a sound experiment, and that would make a great sled hill. All you have to do is smooth the rock. So it's Alvin Luchier's in memoriam of John Higgins, and it's a very strange piece. It's for like a clarinet and wave oscillator, so it is like the definition of minimalism when it comes to like minimalist music. Basically what happens is that you hear like this wave oscillator start, and then you hear this clarinet, and they start out in tune, and then the wave oscillator starts to change tones, and then the clarinet changes tones, and as the two come back into harmony with each other, it makes these very, very strange oscillations and waves that you hear. And Alvin Luchier's website says that if you're going to listen to it, you need to listen to it. Headphones are fine, but if you really want to capture the experience, you have to listen to it outside. And I have to say, it really does have some very odd properties when you listen to it outside. And I was looking for a very specific type of architecture to bounce some sound off of, and he was really nice and let me use the little amphitheater behind CSI. It's right inside the grounds of the CSI theater. And then he was like, this one theater is not being used right now, and as long as you're with me, you can test it out in this theater. And he said, I want to hear what this thing does. So I tested it out in the theater, and boy, did it really take off. It was amazing as it like filled up the room and stuff like that. But back to the amphitheater, I had the speaker as best as I could placed in between the two, the amphitheater was like a quarter circle, so it had this right angle at its center. So I tried to get the speaker in a position that it would bounce the waves equally off the two sides of that right angle. And the interesting part was, at certain tones, if I walked one side of the boombox, I could hear one note. And if I walked to the other side of the boombox, I'd hear the other note. And then if I stood in between them, I would hear the two notes and a combined middle tone. So it was really impressive how it worked out. But at not West Point, that's in upstate New York. At Fort Wadsworth, there's an old battery with a big curved wall. And I want to do it there. I'd want to do it over the summer, but the problem was that The guy said, well, it's there. It's going to be there. It's not going anywhere. But the only problem is that during the summer, the vegetation around it is so dense, you really can't get to it. He said, wait for the winter to come around, and the path opens up, and you can go check it out. I think I'll do that tomorrow. All right. Like and subscribe. Talk to you soon.